What's the next step?
They're going to keep talking. They're talking to Russia now. Steve Witkoff is going over, maybe with Jared. I'm not sure about Jared going, but he's involved in the process. Smart guy, and they're going to be meeting with President Putin, I believe, next week in Moscow.
And there's President Trump on Air Force One last night as his top envoys work to negotiate an end to the Russia-Ukraine war. This war nearly 4 years and going. Ukraine's Zelensky has agreed to the core terms of President Trump's revised 19-point peace plan, with only, quote, minor details to be sorted out, according to the Ukrainians. But the Kremlin now says that the new plan needs, quote, serious analysis, claiming that it was not discussed in Abu Dhabi this week with American officials. Joining me now is Arkansas Congressman Rick Crawford. He is the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. Mr. Chairman, good to see you this morning. Thanks so much for being here. And what can you tell us about this Russia-Ukraine conflict?
Well, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of talk in the media about it. I will say that I think Secretary Rubio has done a pretty fantastic job in being very assertive and trying to get this deal done. But the reality is, it's, as you mentioned, it's years on, some 4+ years in the making here, and this war of aggression on the part of Putin, it needs to come to an end. There's been, hundreds of thousands of people have been killed as a result of it. It's just time for it to go. But I don't really see that there's either side is winning, and it's a dangerous position to be in. If we're going to continue this, we're just going to see more senseless killing. So I'm encouraged by Trump's team, and I think there are some 20 of 28 points agreed to, and so just trying to get to those last few points of contention that they can get to. Nobody's getting 100% of what they want. I mean, it just never ends that way in a negotiation. But I think they can get there. And I think it's in everybody's interest to do so.
Yeah, I mean, once again, it's Russia who's making new pauses on this. But I want to get your take on the intelligence around Venezuela, because President Trump signaled that he's ready to speak with Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro, even as the U.S. formally designates the dictator as the leader of a terrorist organization. Watch this.
On Lord Venezuela, sir, are you planning to talk to Nicolas Maduro?
I might talk to, we'll see, but we're discussing that with the different staffs. Or we might talk about Venezuela.
The U.S. Designated him the leader of this foreign terrorist organization. Why do you want to talk to him if he's the leader?
If we could save lives, if we could do things the easy way, that's fine. And if we have to do it the hard way, that's fine too. They've caused a lot of problem, and they've sent millions of people into our country. They were probably the biggest abuser with Tren de Aragua and all the others that they sent in, the drug dealers, the drug lords, the people that they sent in, the jailbirds. They opened their jails and prisons and dumped them into the United States. And we're not happy about it.
Venezuela is now ordering international airlines to resume flights that were suspended or face bans, he claims. The suspensions follow an FAA warning for airlines to exercise extreme caution if flying over Venezuelan airspace. Mr. Chairman, your reaction?
I think what the president is doing is the media gets so spun up over this, but look, he met with Kim Jong-un. He's met with Putin. He's met people that are bad guys, of course. But he's doing that to try to facilitate a better outcome. And I think it's important to recognize that, yes, the U.S. has designated him as the head of a foreign terrorist organization. He's not a good guy. He is a criminal. He's wielding power in this regime illegally. That said, as the president indicated, if he can resolve this peacefully, that's the preferred method. So what does that look like? I don't know. We'll have to ask President Trump what he plans to talk about when and if he talks to Maduro. But the fact that he's willing to do it, it's a whole different approach to how we solve problems. But it's important to note that he has increased our presence in the Western Hemisphere, and I think our allies welcome it. This is as much about China and Russia as it is about Maduro. In fact, maybe more, to indicate that we're not going to leave our neighborhood unguarded.
Yeah, it's a great point. And the president has been incredible in terms of his focus and priority in ending these wars. Joe Biden did none of this. I mean, there's also Honduras. They'll go to the polls on Sunday to vote for a tightly fought presidential election Right now, it's anybody's race. Polls show a virtual tie among the top three candidates, Congressman. You say this election will play a role in the future of the Western Hemisphere. Tell us about it.
No question about it. Look, I mean, what we have is the potential for another Venezuela right in close proximity to the United States. And where is Honduras located? Well, it's adjacent to Guatemala, which is an excellent ally of ours, which is very important for us from a security perspective. It's right up against Nicaragua, which would enhance a communist presence in the region, and it's adjacent to El Salvador. El Salvador is a great ally of ours as well. We want to make sure that our region is free of that kind of menacing presence, and the reality is they're trending toward communism, and the Chinese are waiting in the wings, facilitating this as much as they can. We need to make sure that our allies know that we're with them, give them some options. I travel the Western Hemisphere extensively, and I talk to heads of state, and they'll all tell you, well, you know, you're our preferred partner. And then in the same breath, they'll talk about how they just signed a trade deal with China. The reason they're doing that is because we haven't given them options. And so now the president is saying, look, we're going to come out here and we're going to demonstrate to our allies, we're here and we're serious about securing the neighborhood. And we want to make sure that we're partnering with folks so that we can be a pushback against China. This election in Honduras is really Exhibit A. We need to make sure that it's a free and fair election and that the Chinese are not able to install potentially, an ally like they already have with Castro, and Moncado is potentially another Maduro in the making.
Yeah, great points all around. And President Trump has been dealing with China so effectively. I think this is all about China. The way that the president has been gaining allies across the world to try to stop China's massive aggression has been really smart. Congressman, thank you. Great to see you. Congressman Rick Crawford, I see a Christmas tree in the background. Merry Christmas and happy Thanksgiving, sir. Good to see you this morning.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right.